This sighting comes out of Navajo County, Arizona, April 22nd, 2014. A witness states he was fishing on Fool's Hollow Lake near Show Low, Arizona, when a storm started to roll in from the east. As the storm got closer, he had become more uncomfortable, so he decided he had to head back in. He says that he was headed west when he saw what he thought was a bear down on all fours, drinking water from the edge of the lake. In the sighting report, he lists some coordinates where he was at the time of the sighting. You can refer to the BFRO website for those if you would like. Report number is 47536. He states as he got closer to the creature, still thinking it was a black bear, it stood up on his hind two legs and looked right at him. He says the creature turned away and walked into the thick woods. That's when he lost sight of it. He states during the short time he was watching this creature walk back into the woods, it reminded him of how the creature moved in the Patterson video. And the creature stood at least 7 to 8 feet tall, while having a longer arm reach than a human, with the arm stretching to its mid-thigh area with a slight hunch as it walked away. He also stated that the creature appeared to have reddish-brown hair, with it being about 2 shades darker than an orangutan would have. Now, the witness states he never caught sight of this creature after losing it. He says he wants to stay and look for more of it, but that the storm was right on him. With lightning all around him, he headed back, due to him not wanting to be in a 12-foot aluminum boat. He says he had heard stories of a monster called the Magaloon Monster before, which describes a Sasquatch creature that roams the Magellan Rim. So, I hope you enjoyed this report. Until next time, stay safe and have a great week. Thanks for watching those endless mysteries. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button so you can keep up with our latest videos. Once again, thanks for watching.
This sighting report comes out of Navajo County, Arizona, from March the 24th of 2010. The witness states that he was driving on US 60 going toward Shiloh at about 2 p.m. on March the 24th of 2010. The witness says that when driving he always looks out into the tree lines, hoping to see deer or turkey, but that this time he saw something more out of the ordinary. He says he saw a large and tall creature that was about the same color as a Hereford cow, standing halfway behind a large pine tree. Now this witness is a hunter that knows the local wildlife, and that he had driven this route at least once a month for the past 14 years. Now when he saw this creature, he hit his brakes, and then he was perpendicular with the creature, he says, that it seemed to be looking at him. When he turned and tried to get behind the tree more, but he says the creature was way too large to hide. He says it kept its head out and watched him. But he could see both sides of the creature now on either side of the tree. The witness described the creature as being human-shaped, that it also had broad shoulders with muscular, big, and bulky arms, with the arms hanging down way past his waist, and that the arms didn't hang straight down like humans does, but more like a gorilla's does. He says there were no visible neck and that the head was wide, looking kind of like a bump on the shoulders. Its fur was dark red and 2 or 3 inches long, and that the color of its hair was different than you see in the forest. That the color was close to a Hereford cow, but darker, and that the hair seemed to be ratty with lick spots. He said he could see the face, but couldn't make it out. He says their sighting lasted for at least 30 seconds before moving off. 30 seconds, that's not a quick sighting. Like some sightings from the side of the road, most of these type of sightings only last 6 or 7 seconds. So what do you think about this sighting? Drop me a comment down below. This sighting comes out of Dutchess County, New York, from November the 9th of 2013. The witness states that when he first originally saw the creatures, that they were about 200 yards away, and that he was using binoculars scanning the woods for deer. At first he thought that it might just be a bear foraging for some food, with a smaller animal nearby. He says that he observed the creature for almost a minute before he realized what he was looking at was a Bigfoot with a smaller one in tow. He was scared at this point, and he raised his bow and took a shot at the Bigfoot, hoping to scare them away. With the large one being 8 to 8.5 feet tall and the smaller one being about 3 to 4 foot tall, this is when the witness stated that the smaller one climbed up on the larger one's back. Then the larger one just walked away, not running away as the hunter thought they would, just walked about 100 yards before he lost sight of them. This is where he states that he ran as fast as he could back to the UTV that he was using. He also stated that he spends most of his time in the fall in the woods, and that he has seen plenty of bears, and that these creatures wasn't bears, they were something else. That's it for this one. I hope you liked it, so don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. This sighting report comes out of Cherokee County, Alabama. The witness states that she was driving home from Cedar Bluff High School on Highway 9. As she was coming down the road, she caught a glimpse of something standing at the edge of the woodline. She said she put her brakes on to get a better look at whatever this thing was. That's when she saw what it was standing there. She states that it was 7 to 8 feet tall, dark hairy color, and was standing on 2 legs. It stood and stared at her for a few seconds. Then it turned and took 2 strides back into the woodline, and it was just gone. She states that what she saw was definitely a Bigfoot or SASQUATCH. She's sure that the creature was staring at the cows in the field on the other side of the road. The witness also said that she had came to a full stop in the road before this creature ever looked at her. That the distance between her and the SASQUATCH was approximately 30 to 40 yards at the max. The follow-up investigator asked her how she did determine the height of the creature. That was easy for the witness. Her brother is 6'6" and her father is 6'8", so she knows tall, and that this creature stood at least a full head taller than her father. She also states that it had broad shoulders, at least 3 feet and maybe closer to 4 feet across. Now its arms hung down to its mid-thigh area, and it had dark, almost black hair. She also says that the head seemed to be proportionate to the body, with the hair hanging on to the shoulders. After the sighting, the witness went and got her husband. He says that he could tell she was upset. They went to where she had saw the creature go back into the woods. The husband said you could tell something had been in that area due to how the grass was pushed down. So what do you think the witness saw on this one? Drop me a comment down below and let me know what you think. This sighting comes out of Jefferson County, Alabama, from October the 2nd of 2013. The witness states that he was fishing in the dark and that about 15 minutes after getting a line in the water, he heard what he thought was two big animals fighting off in the woods, but at a good distance away. He says for about 30 minutes he could hear them running left to right about 60 yards each way as they were working their way towards the witness. Now that the creatures was getting closer, the witness started to hear the sounds of tree limbs and branches being broke as they were moving through the area, which was followed by loud growling and howling, which surprised the witness. He knew at this point it wasn't deer or some people out there. Once the witness could tell that the creatures was down in the clearing on the other side from where he was, he turned on his spotlight to see what has been making all this noise. When the light illuminated the left side of two 7 to 7.5 foot tall creatures, they were bipedal and facing the same direction. They both had dark skin and fur. He states their shoulders were very wide and that they both had large buttocks and large hands. They were also very lean and muscular. He says you could see the muscles in action as they moved. Both turned and sprinted away, straight up the hill as fast as they could. They were as fast as deer running back up the hill, he said. They quickly went back into the forest, and that the witness could hear them still running after he lost sight of them. The witness said he reeled in his poles and got the hell out of there, and that he won't be going back there alone anymore. So what do you think the fisherman saw that night? Drop me a comment down below and let me know what you think. That's it for this one. I hope you liked it, so don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button so you can keep up with all of our latest videos. So till next time, stay safe and have a great week, and thanks for watching those endless mysteries.